For more than 5 decades, the Assad family ruled Syria until last December, when the brutal regime of Bashar al-Assad collapsed. In the security vacuum left behind, Islamic State fighters have regrouped, increasing their attacks in the Kurdish-controlled northeast of the country. The fall of the self-proclaimed IS caliphate more than 6 years ago left 8,000 suspected fighters in prisons in Syria, including many Britons. And more than 30,000 of their family members are still being held in camps there. While some countries have repatriated their nationals, the UK has stripped many of their citizenship, and so they are still in Syria. Our senior international correspondent, Orla Guerin, sent this special report from the northeast of the country, where she gained access to the prison and camps holding some of the Britons who fled to join IS.
Behind bars, looking weak and vanquished, their caliphate long gone. We're told these men were with IS until its last stand. Among them, Hamza Parvez from London. He joined the extremists at 21 when he was a trainee accountant. It cost him his citizenship.
They said that there was going to be an establishment of an Islamic State which rules by Islamic law. So I thought that would be a better place for me as a Muslim to live. So that's why I travelled here to Syria.
But when you came to join Islamic State, this was an organisation that was killing people, beheading people, enslaving Yazidi women. Mm-hmm. And you agreed with all that?
Well, no, you see the enslavement and the beheading, it was actually all after that I came. I actually came in early 2014. And enslavement and beheading happened all after in mid-2015.
In fact, the atrocities started in August 2014. Then our interview was interrupted due to the risk of catching TB. It's in the cells with the prisoners who have been held without trial since 2019. We continued outside, where Parvez spoke with prison guards watching on. What did you do in the years when you were with the Islamic State? What was your role?
So I was a fighter.
And how many people did you kill?
I don't know. I don't know if I killed anyone.
But did you fight against civilians? Who did you fight against?
No, absolutely not. We fought against those who were fighting us, actual proper armies. They were holding front lines and we were holding front lines.
Do you regret anything that you did?
Regret? For my personal actions, no. In terms of saying about what is my son's Islamic State, I'd really have to... I don't think I could do the exact things that I did before. I don't think I could make the same decisions.
What would you say to those listening to this who will say, well, you're only saying this now because you want to get out of prison?
I mean, right now, I've been 7 years in prison. What is there for me to hide? Me and the rest of the British citizens that are here in the prison, we don't wish any harm. We did do what we did, yes. We did come. We did join the Islamic State. It's not something that we can hide, or it's not something we should be lying about.
How can people possibly accept that you're not a threat?
I know, it's not going to be easy. They're going to have to take my word for it. I don't know. It's something that I can't convince people about. It's a huge risk. I do think about it a lot. It's a huge risk that they will have to take to bring us back. It's true.
Few know that risk better than Kurdish forces. IS sleeper cells are everywhere, they say, and have increased their attacks tenfold since the ousting of the Assad regime. We joined their daily patrol around Al-Hol camp, where relatives of suspected IS fighters are detained, most of them children. We went inside, carefully. We've been given an armed escort because this area is dangerous. And in the last few seconds, we've been hearing banging sounds. The security officials tell us that's a signal being sent around the camp that there are foreigners here, and a signal that they may possibly try to attack. And this was the signal to us. Camp officials say many here still raise their children to be so-called cobs of the caliphate. Around us, this one-finger gesture, traditionally associated with Muslim prayer, but hijacked by IS. The militants are increasing their attempts to break boys out of here. In another camp, a mother of 4 from London, Mihak Aslam, would like to go home, but has been stripped of her British citizenship. She denies joining IS, but admits bringing her children to its territory, where her eldest daughter was killed in an explosion.
I think some of the shrapnel hit her. So she broke her leg and she was pierced with shrapnel from her back, and she died in my arms.
Do you feel any responsibility for her death because you chose to bring her here?
Of course, all parents feel responsibility for their children. The weight of that responsibility for my current living children is always on my head. And of course, I feel that loss of her not being here, but also being the one who has brought her to Syria.
As I understand it, there is an option for your 4 children to return to the UK, but you have said no. Why have you decided to keep them here in these conditions in this camp?
This was offered a while ago, which I declined. Unfortunately, my children have pretty much grown up just in camp. This is life. They don't know a world outside. 2 of my children were born in Syria. They've never seen Britain. And going to a family who, again, they don't know, it will be very, very difficult.
But your youngest is only 8, as I understand. You're choosing to keep an 8-year-old here in these conditions?
It's not that I'm choosing to. I don't think I should have to make that choice. No mother should have to make that choice of being separated from her children.
But you chose to go to a country where at that stage the Islamic State was established. It was killing people, it was beheading people, it was throwing people off buildings, it was kidnapping and raping Yazidi women. You knew what you were getting into when you came.
So initially, we heard obviously they're very harsh in the way they deal with their prisoners. I wasn't aware of the Yazidi thing in the beginning at the time, or the people being thrown off the buildings. We didn't witness any of this. We knew they were very extreme.
And extremism is thriving in the desolation of the camps. Many Western governments are ready to leave their citizens here and let the burden fall on the Kurds and the new Syria. Orla Guerin, BBC News, North East Syria.